Victor Allen's Ethos.
What's up?
Yeah. Once again.
And for those who are challenged, I might as well go ahead and say it, the characteristic spirit of a culture, era, and a community, which begins with me. Meaning that you can always talk about other people's culture and era and the era, but it's the current era we're in. And I wanted to reflect whatever my journey is and what I'm doing. So to start this off is going to be a little bit different. Mario and I tend to get in what we call, hey, we got to set up these shows and we got to make sure that we have the proper lead-ins and exits and things of that nature. And I decided to make a change. And the change was that my lead-in is going to reflect the people who are interacting with me. Okay? And part of that is that's part of the community. It's my community, it's their community. So I have a thing called open source promo. It starts off at 15 seconds. And the whole idea is that I interact with people more video-wise. I will frame by frame include them in the promotion. If it doesn't grow, it stays here at 15 seconds. It should grow beyond a minute, and then I continue it. So that way I am giving back, recognizing, and support. So every promo is going to be reflective of non-graphics, as the foundation, but people and faces. And so I had started off already with what I call the Ethos lead in the intro, and there's two people who've already been part of it. I call Michelle, and Vanessa Reed, VR. So a quick 15 seconds is their participation with me and my giving back to them to recognize that these 15 seconds will grow and continue to grow. Now those intros and those lead-ins will always change. You want to take a look at it? Because I've already told people, you can click it, Marlon. That quick. It's supposed to grow.
Yeah.
It's supposed to grow. So it's, what I'm also going to be challenged with is that I find that the ladies tend to participate more so. So fellas, not sure, but the start is that the ladies are often running. And I want to say thank you to VR. I want to say thank you to Shelly Shell, because they have what they call a big ass head start. Now, let me get back to the next one, all right? Now, Mario already played this, and he played a promo that has a little bit of reality into it, and it features Shelly Shell.
And it's always worth playing a second time.
Right, that's all right.
I won't say that, but it saved me $10.
And you know what? I'm glad you did. And Michelle, you're getting a lot of play. You're getting a lot of play.
Yes.
You deserve it.
I play it before I go to bed at night.
Oh, okay, here I go.
You want to play it?
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. No, hold on. Because I want to set the storyline.
Okay.
See, that's what's wrong. See, Martin gets, I'm just letting you guys know. When he gets excited, he did this with Noodles First and Hot Picks back in the day.
I do.
He would set the tone before I could explain it.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Right. So it's cool. I like that. I like the idea that he's more excited. All right. Michelle and I connected about doing what they call, a little video. It was inspiring, but I'm not going to give you the whole details, but it was about preparing for a date. So the question came up for me. She had nothing to do with this. I went over and we did the little shoot and everything, and there's some wonderful video and beat footage and other stuff that she's already shared on Instagram and others. I'm going to leave that alone for right now. I'll bring that up later because it will be in this frame-by-frame content, just not today. She was entertaining a date. So the question came up to me, what does it say about a woman who entertains a date at home? Because we know that most of the time, men are lead. And I wanted to find out with the discussion with Mario, which I'm taking the chance that he's going to sit up here and kill it. So I'm just waiting.
What?
You're going to kill it. I know he's going to kill it. That, and you guys got to think like this. Don't think by experience and that you've got decades and years already in the bank. It don't matter. First of all, the confidence in a woman to say, I want to entertain the date at my home. So what does it say about a woman? And I have these categories, and I want to see what Mario's going to say.
It says they like it too.
Just wait a minute.
That's what it says.
No,
they like it too.
And I must disavow. Shelley Show had nothing to do with this.
Yes, she had
No,
nothing.
she didn't.
Absolutely nothing.
So before we show, I want to find out first. When a woman says the date will be at my home, is it risky, confident, self-assured, very interested in you, creative, or challenging? Now,
All of those, Vic. I changed my wardrobe.
see, I can't. He's not gonna act right. He's not. See, this is what I said. This is like running the dozen minus 10. Okay, he's gonna get 2 responses.
Risky, confident, date at home. They
No, wait a
say,
minute.
come over, do
Now-
the date at home.
now-
I know what I'm thinking.
But wait a minute. Now watch this. Honestly, Mario.
Yes.
Back in the day, because obviously current situations today, you don't have too much.
Pre-condom.
Okay. Did you find it that you gave a lot of points if she, the woman, said, "I would like to cook you dinner," because that's the date at home.
They don't do that now, Vic. I haven't heard that in 20 years.
But you guys, they're gonna.
There was
okay.
a time they made your cookies.
Wait,
Made your pie. You had pie.
Wait a
You
minute.
had peach pie and hair pie. Now you don't.
See?
Now you don't even get no
See?
pie.
See?
You can't get a cake, a cupcake, nothing.
I'm gonna help here.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna help.
Thank you, Vic, for having me remember the good old days. Pre-condom.
Wait, please. I'm attempting to keep this at a certain level because I believe
Me too.
there are people who are in their 20s and 30s going, "What is he talking
That's
about?"
right. They've never known pre-condom. They've only known condom.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute.
It's a different generation.
So right now, today, you're a host. You're usually, Mario, and it's true. You
Yes.
usually host dates at the home, don't you?
In the cellar, yes. They're still locked down there,
All right.
feeding them kitty litter.
All right. But how often, on average, and let's just say on average, they say out of every 10 dates that you participate in as lead or, being the lead dog, were you invited to the home as a date to be treated to food and an atmosphere and et cetera, et cetera?
Not that often, Vic. They wanted to come here because that's where the food and the weed was. That's pretty. Yeah, in the bar. Everything was here, Vic. Dick,
Wait,
food,
I got you. Wait.
weed.
Okay.
Everything was here. Hot water.
I'm bleeping.
Everything was
I'm
here.
bleeping that word, the D word.
Penis was all here. It was everything you could want. Head,
See,
Okay.
I feared this. I'm letting you guys know this.
Vaseline. We had all kind of lotions,
I sat
and
here. I sat here and said,
lubricants.
when I bring up this subject, I know where he's going.
I'm remembering my
He's
favorite
going.
lubricants.
He's going. He's not going to give. See, he's not going to give any support to the young and inspiring.
This is
challenging
support.
women.
This is support.
Okay. I got one for you. Have you ever? Gotta make sure I'm on time. Have you ever
Yes.
dated a woman for a good amount of time and she never invited you over to her home?
Yes, I have, Vic, and I want to thank her because I've seen pictures of her home and never invite me to that shit. Okay, never ever.
I'm gonna go
Don't
to the-
even.
I'm gonna go to the next
Don't
subject.
even. Don't never.
Okay,
Never. That's
all right.
way to lose me
All
right there.
Right. Let me
Deal
just-
breaker.
All right. So,
Your kitchen.
So, let me just set this up for you guys. Mario loves hosting at the home because nobody's home is going to have all the materials that he needs.
Got all
And when
my
I say materials,
toys, new ones in the box.
it is apps, equipment,
Yeah, that too.
all that.
Oh, yeah, that one.
He's
Yeah,
not gonna have
that's
all
what I
that.
meant. That's what I
Okay.
meant.
Okay. So it's challenging. Now, what that also means is the woman will be treated
Oh,
with a lot. I mean, he'll take care of a lot. So maybe they're
feed
going.
them, fuck them, and leave them alone.
I do not. I'm personally not endorsing that. See, he's trashing my segment. See, you don't talk that shit on your segment.
I tried.
that don't
It's
mind.
just easier with yours.
Man, why do you wait for my segment? He gets X-rated on mine, but see, he's gonna do-
Because you tipped me.
Okay.
You got Lachelle running around with tight booty dresses
Okay,
on.
this is it.
In
I
fact,
gotta-
the brother to stay right.
Okay, I'm
Red
going
bone
out of this
alert.
one because we're running along because I got to cover something. that's a
Maybe,
little
see, that's the right word. We running long. Some they happy still.
All right. So I want to thank Lachelle because now we can show the video because In reality, that video was inspired by her, just say this, entertaining the date. And we do call it, now she has one called Summer Walk. This one's called Transition. So you can play it again, Mario, if you like.
This is what it
Transition.
Red, perfect. He loves red.
$20 say?
Yes. Okay. Glasses.
Okay.
I gotta make sound effects. Sorry,
I know,
Vic.
I know.
It makes me.
I know.
Watching that makes me grunt.
Watch this. See, I got to get him back on his segment. I'll get it. All right, I'm going to do something real quick just to give you some information. For those who are participating, and there was a survey done about dating, and I call it cool, not cool. I'm just going to give you some discussion points for next week. This is just letting you know. The main turnoffs for women reported for dating. Men, what their turnoffs were, having a man having more than 2 drinks. Now that doesn't mean it be 24 ounces. 2 drinks. They did not want them to have more than 2 drinks. Being rude to waiting staff. Don't be rude. That's a turn off to ladies. Arriving 15 minutes late. Turn off. And asking to share the food. Turn off. Now Mario's gonna have a lot of pushback on this. I'm gonna tell you to wait till next week. I already know what you're gonna do.
filling up with
I already know.
pushback
No,
right now.
Part two next week. See, that's why I set this up this way. Okay. Appropriate
Arriving
physical.
15 minutes late.
Appropriate-
They've been late.
You know what?
Shit.
I'm gonna call this segment triggers.
All right.
Put his face on it. All
I
right.
got my expectations
All
for the
right.
day.
So here we go. Wait a minute. Now, appropriate physical contact. Now, I hope some people give some input on this. I hope someone says no, disavow any of the points I'm making here. 82% said they were happy with being hugged, and 71% would expect a kiss on the cheek. Anybody who says that's all
I agree
BS?
with that.
Yeah.
Even though they want more than just a kiss on the cheek, but that's where they want you to start.
It stops.
You say, "Oh, here's a good kiss on the cheek. Look,
I'm glad.
all on the face.
I'm glad. Yeah, right now you got some Betty Boos coming after you with that lips acting, bro.
I'm
Just let
thinking
you know.
about the blowjob.
Stop. All right. Okay. On closing out, this is just something I got to share quickly because I learned of this as it relates to the Ukrainians who are going through, of course, that crisis and the invasion by, of course, Mr. Putin. I learned that the soldiers from Ukraine are telling the blacks, and they do not call them Ukrainians, they call them the blacks, to get off buses, or they're saying citizens first, but that's been not proven because they're actually documenting when they're on a bus, and Poland has said bring everybody, we have no conditions. They're literally saying no blacks. They're not disseminating whether they're a citizen or not. So this plight that's happening, I had to bring it to my attention first, and I thought it was best that I acknowledge it because no matter how much I do show, I was really feeling for so many people who were being just jacked out of their homes. But to get to the soldiers who are fighting against the invaders to single out a group, and it seems like no matter where this color goes, we run into bullshit. I believe in karma. I'm not wishing anything bad. I'm just saying this. I think there's a wonderful group of people out there all over Ukraine. I feel for you. But them soldiers and whoever instructed them, karma's a bitch. Just be careful. Just be careful. That's it for me.
Wow. Give it up, you guys. Victor Allen's Ethos.